Today we're working on math lesson 6.1, addition with unlike denominators. How can you use models to add fractions that have different denominators? Hillary is making a tote bag for her friend. She uses 1/2 yard of blue fabric and 1/4 yard of red fabric. How much fabric does Hillary use? Now we can't add fractions that have unlike denominators. You need your eyes up here. So place the 1/2 strip and a 1/4 strip under the one whole strip. So you're going to take you're going to lay your one whole strip out by itself. You're going to line up a 1/2 strip and a 1/4 strip right there next to it. You need to do that now. Okay, part B. Says find fraction strips all with the same denominator that are equivalent to 1/2 and 1/4 that fit exactly under the 1/2 plus 1/4. Record the add-ins using like denominators. Okay, so you're going to take your fraction strips and you're going to test them out. Can I put 2 1/2s here? No. Try it with your 4ths. Try it with your 6ths, your 5ths, your 8ths, your 12ths, your 10ths. All right, so what is one thing you found that worked, Mia?
3/4.
4ths. Okay. I can line up 3/4 under here and it fits exactly. And they all have the same denominator. Mine's a little bit harder to line up with than your free one. What else worked?
9/12.
12ths worked. Okay, so 12ths will work. What else will work?
6/8.
8ths will work. Okay. Why do 4ths, 12ths, and 8ths all work?
Those are all multiples of 4.
They are all multiples of 4 and 2. But not all multiples of 2 would work, right? Because some of you tried 6, and that didn't work, and some of you tried 10ths, and that didn't work. Let's go back to which would be the simplest
3/4.
if we used, how many 4ths did it take to make 1/2?
2.
2 4ths. And what did that leave us then? Plus 1/4. See what I'm doing? It took this to make 1/2 and this to make the 1/4. And 2/4 plus 1/4. Okay? Record the sum in its simplest form. What is 2 plus 1?
3.
3. And then our 4 stays the same. Is that in its simplest form?
Yes.
Yes. 3 is a prime number. It's only divisible by 1 and itself. 4 is divisible by 1, 2, and 4, but 3 is not divisible by 2 and 4, so therefore it's in its own thing. So Hillary uses 3/4 yard of fabric. Okay, now we're going to look at the bottom at the draw conclusion. It says describe how you determine what fraction strips all with the same denominator would fit exactly under 1/2 and third. So now we're talking about 1/2 and 1/3. Okay, so get out your 1, and you're going to add 1/2 and 1/3. So you would have your 1, you would have a 1/2 and a 1/3. And you've got to add those. So figure out what some common denominator would be. Okay, so when you started to do this, what did you try first? Brayden.
I tried the 5/6.
He tried the 6th first. Did any of you try the thirds? Did they work?
No.
No. You should start with the largest, but the 6 was the largest that fit, right? And then what else did we find that fit? 12. Okay. So here is our written explanation. So in words we would say try the largest fraction strips first to see if they will fit exactly under the 1/2 and the 1/3. So you may have started with your 1/4 and then went to your 1/5, and then you're finally to find out your 1/6 fit. Then so you would have tried smaller strips until a denominator whose strip fit exactly is found. 5 1/6 strips. Explain the difference between finding fraction strips with the same denominator for 1/2 plus 1/3 and 1/2 plus 1/4. When we found them for 1/2 and 1/4, look back on your work. What did you find was your common denominator there? 4. So it was one of these, right?
Yeah.
When we did 1/2 and 1/3, did we use a 2 or a 3 for our denominator?
No.
We did?
No.
No. We found that the 1/6 fit, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't use one of our denominators for our common denominator. Okay, this is the number 2 question they explain at the bottom of 243. So they explain the difference between finding fraction strips with the same denominator for 1/2 plus 1/3 and 1/2 plus 1/4. For 1/2 plus 1/4, the 1/4 fraction strip that fit have the same denominator as one of the given denominators. In other words, the 1/4 fraction strip that fit had the same denominator as the 1/4 we were trying to add. For the 1/2 plus 1/3, the 1/6 fraction strips that fit do not have the one of the given denominators. They do not, the 1/6 do not have a 2 or a 3, which were the given denominators we were trying to add. Okay, this is the make a connection on page 244. It says sometimes the sum of 2 fractions is greater than 1. You had one of those on your show what you know. When adding fractions with unlike denominators, you can use the 1 whole strip to help determine if a sum is greater than 1 or less than 1. Place 3 1/5. So we're going to use the fraction strips to solve 3/5 plus 1/2. Place 3 1/5 fractions under the 1 whole strip. Now it says place a 1/2 fraction strip beside the 1/5. You're going to put it right up there beside your 1/5. Find the fraction strips with all the same denominator. That's the key. All the same denominator that are equivalent to 3/5 and 1/2. Place the fraction strips under the sum. Write the equivalent fraction. Okay, so we're going to start with our largest one. So what's our largest fraction strip? 1/2. Okay? Will 2 1/2s fit there? Yes, but I have a little bit left over, so it's not going to be 1/2. What else could you try? 1/3. Do thirds fit? You might have to work with a partner because you don't have. Are thirds going to fit? No. What's next? Are fourths gonna fit? But do they fill the whole space? Third. Gotta fill the whole space. Okay? We tried 1/2, now we did 1/3. What's next? 1/4. Did 1/4 work? They didn't fill the whole space. It didn't work. Okay. Try fifths. Now you only need to put fifths under your half because you already have 3/5. You know that. Did the fifths work under the 1/2? No. What's next? 6. Now you'll have to share with the partner. You're not going to have enough 6 because we only have enough 6 to do 1.
It's too big.
Okay, so 1/6 is either too little or too big. What's after 6? 8. Let's try 8. Are 8s going to work? Okay, 8s were too long. Now we have found that 10ths work. Why do 10ths? Okay, so now you've had time to work with your fraction strips, and you tried all the different ones. What did you finally find that works? The 1/10 work. 11/10. So how many tenths went under your 3/5? How many tenths went under your 3/5? 6. So that was equal to 6/10. Oh, still a 1. Okay, so 6/10. How many tenths went under your 1/2?
5/10.
5/10. So add the fractions with like denominators. Use one whole strip to rename the sums in simplest form. Okay, so how many fraction strips with the same denominator are equal to 1 whole 3/5 plus 1/2 is equal to, let's fill in our 6/10. Please get your hands off your fraction strip. 6/10 plus 5/10, which is equal to what? 11/10. Now, you're going to take your tenths, or your whole, once you put your tenths up under your one whole strip, do that. So now if you've matched your tenths up, how many tenths hang off over your one strip?
1.
1. So we have 1 whole, right? And 1/10 left. 1/2 plus 3/8. What can we rename the 1/2 and 3/8 to? 8s, right? How many 8s are in 1/2? 4. So we can go up here and say 4/8 plus 3/8 is equal to 7/8. Okay? And can 7/8 be simplified?
No.
No, because 7 is prime number, 1 is 7, and 7 cannot be divided evenly into 8. How about if we have, this is number 2, 1/2 plus 2/5. What can we use? Tenths. Okay? Remember that your two given denominators, the 2 and the 5, have to be able to, both have to be factors of 10. There should be 5/10 under the 2, 1/2. If I could stack them up. And then how many tenths are going to be under 2/5?
4.
So 1/2 was how many tenths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths, right? And 2/5 was 4 tenths to equal 9 tenths. Can I simplify 9/10?
No.
No, the factors of 9 are 1, 9, and 3. And the factors of